All right, what's up everybody on Deck the Third I Came, and today's date is October 31st, 2020, Halloween. And the time right now is 17:45, 5:45 for my civilians. Today, the sky was clear, and then now all of a sudden now the sun is setting. There's the sun in my west, my south, my east, my north, and above my head. And what's above my head and around me are my cloud anomalies. That right there, see that? That is an asteroid or a planetoid. I'm gonna say it's a asteroid with a lot of debris around it. And of course, as usual, as always, I'm gonna take my 35mm and my night vision scope and detail this whole deal. But this right here, this is OCG. Do y'all see that? Now I'm gonna zoom in with this, and then I'm gonna get closer with my oh, look at those birds. Hold on. You should be able to see a bunch of geese right here floating up under the cloud. I'm not gonna stay on them too long. However, I just zoomed in on this G Pro Max all the way zoom, and look at this OCG. Ain't it beautiful? Man, this is beautiful. Like I said, I'm gonna get all my stuff set up real quick because this just flew in literally out of nowhere, like real fast. All that. Look at that. And then look at the top. See how the top crowns out? I'm starting to notice a pattern. I was looking at Planet X Hunter. He's out in the UK, and he caught that big planetoid. Planet is real close in Europe, and it was facing west. Like the drop of it was kind of like dropped, and the crowns were spreading out. Now I caught that same thing. I think it was the 23rd. My video, if I'm mistaken, it was between the 21st and 23rd, but it was something like that, the 23rd. You can see a shadow right here from whatever's intersecting between the sun. I think it's a cloud layer out in space that's intersecting. These things are so close to us. They look so close, they could be almost stratospheric, like plasma. But when they go further out into space, something else shows up. Now, see how, use my glasses. This one, it's got a square on the inside or a triangle. It's either a triangle or a square, it's hard to tell. And then there's debris right here. Some debris right here, and I'm gonna zoom in, like I said, and all the spread off of it. Like, I think that's an actual planetoid or asteroidal deal. You can see the land masses, and we're looking at the bottom of it here, and the atmosphere is spreading off of it here, in a spherical format. See what I'm saying? And then you got your regular plasmatic, kind of in our atmosphere, Earth clouds. I think what's dipping down out of space is touching into Earth's atmosphere. There's no divide. Like I said, all this is OCG. OCG. I'm tired. I'm sorry for getting my glasses too close. Like I said, I'm going to detail this. Like, look how all this is lighting up. And there's a shadow emanating right here. So what I'm going to do is switch over to my 35mm, and look at that. There's a body right there. I'm going to switch over to my 35mm and get the details. Look at this spherical deal showing up right here. See this curvature? Let me see. Yep. Curvature right here. Yep, there it is. Like a planetoid. Now, I saw these things showing up when I first they showed up. I stepped outside to go check my mail, and they were like really crazy, and the tail was stretching all the way back. So that tail was kind of moved on. So what I'm gonna do is get my 3.5 out, and then my night vision, and gonna scope this thing close. All right, hang tight. All right, we are back. Same date, October 31st, 2020, and the time right now is 17:53. I'm gonna try not to make as much noise with my camera shutter. Sometimes I get so excited I yank on it. But look at this. I'm going in for details, and like I said, I got my GoPro mounted on the stick. Let me make sure it's still recording. Yeah, it's still going. 3 minutes now. And it's on the stick, and I got it pointed in this direction at all these clouds. So it's got a wide range view. And I'm kind of gonna stay out of it, but it's catching all of this in its field on a wide range. So at the end of my video, I'm going to time lapse that, which my GoPro is doing, to effectively show you, what's passing, how it's passing. I do believe this, whatever this is in this section, is in space, and some of it is touching our atmosphere. That kind of looks like an Eagle Omega, United States Marine Corps symbol. That looks like a pterodactyl. Pterodactyl. Looks like Rodan perched on his nest. I definitely can see the spherical deal of this if that. It kind of looks like a square. You know, I've had a lot of people dispute me about asteroids. They try to throw little slick comments in. That's definitely a planet. See how the atmosphere is banking. Now imagine this. See this whole dark area? All this dark, that's out in space. See the dark side of it? The atmosphere coming off of it, and the sun is setting in the west. See what I'm saying? Then below it has the rest of its atmosphere banking off. That side the sun is touching. Let me back this off. I am backed off all the way. Jesus Christ, the thing is huge. This is all in the dark side, dark side, dark side. There's the sphere of it. You see it? Can you see it? If you can't see it, you're freaking blind. The atmosphere coming off of it out into space. This OCG following little asteroids within above these, pushing the atmosphere off. They're being burnt by the sun. All that radiation out in space. There's no earth filter. There's a sphere on either in here or on the other side. And I'm gonna reference again, go to Planet X Hunter. He's out in the UK. He and I have been catching the same planetoid deal, man. Like ridiculously. Let me check and see if my G Pro is still accurate. I need to make sure I don't need no brakes in my. Sometimes that thing will overheat and stop. So I gotta check it. Nope, it's catching. Okay, so see if take the landmass out of it. Cool. Pretty much I just tilted it back. It was catching the corner of that landmass, so I just put it up. Because it catches, like I said, everything's in a concave view of it. And I'm back out at my same spot. I'm always in my same spot because this is the best place for me to come catch the sky or the night skies away from the city lights, what little bit there are here. 95 is right there going south. Like I said, I'm in Petersburg, in Virginia, 2 hours below south of the White House, where the president is. Just to give y'all a fixation of where I am on the map. But look at how this thing is. Just drawing close. Look at how everything is. This is the atmosphere banking off of this planetoid, whatever this is, and you can kind of see it. And it's got these little OCG clouds around it. There's something way out there also. So there's a body, asteroidal body out here, way out here, and see that tail? It's running into that sphere. See those details? I know I probably run through my videos a lot fast, and I'm having to learn how to slow down so I can detail and explain things to a lot of people that are not catching it. Look at this sphere. See it? Y'all, we can't mess this up. Look at this. Planetoid. And the rest of it is back here. You can't mess this up. You can't mess this up. And look at all the trash coming off of the sun. As in galactic space clouds, they're intermixing with Earth clouds too. I'm going to say that these ones are low Earth clouds. See how, because they're lower to the Earth, they get darker. And then the ones that are higher up in space are lit up, well lit. Back here it's dark is because this thick cloud is pluming off of this, whatever this asteroid is. It's pluming off. And it's forming like a ridge. A steep ridge. Space has no orientation, and it's blocking the rest of the sunlight from getting back here. And what's showing up is these clouds that are coming off at different dispersal angles away from whatever solid object is here. This solid object is showing up in the clear. It's shrouded in this cloudage, but see the atmosphere coming off of it. And you can tell, see the tail right here? Look at that tail streaming. Can't mess that up. Let me brighten this up a little bit. It's getting dark. It's a tail coming off, and it's streaked in here, and it's right there so far. So these clouds contain spatial rock debris, dust, meteorites, you know, whatever's broken off from the main asteroidal deal. And look how it's pluming out, man. Like, you can't mess this up. This is a whole ass asteroidal-planetoid deal. It's configured from an asteroid that probably broke off of a planet millions of trillions of years ago, and it has reached our sector of the solar system. As our solar system moves too, a lot of things moving around out in space. And now, if y'all can't keep up with me, I'm gonna need some people to keep up with me and understand that we are not the only thing freaking sitting here on the planet. Y'all have been so not educating yourselves on how this works out in space. You're too busy stuck on Earth with all the foolishness. that when this stuff is in your face, oh, that's just a cloud. I've had so many people tell me, oh, these are just clouds, and they were trying to dispute me. Please keep disputing me, because when I shut you up, I'm gonna smile. Now, if you shut me up, I'm still gonna smile. You know why? Because I gave it an educated theory, a guesstimation. But I'm looking at patterns. I spend a lot of my time looking up, and look at this. Look how it looks like an alien. See the mouth, see the eye, the head, and the back of the head. Boom, looks like a little freaking alien. Cute. I spend a lot of my time observing the sky, even before I had cameras. I've been all around the world. I've observed the sky from Hawaii. I lived there. California, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Nassau, Egypt, Africa, Albania, France, Iraq, Jordan, that's the country next to Iraq, Israel, Oman, Yemen, Bahrain. I'm out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, Korea. I've been all around the world to Australia in the southern hemisphere. I've seen the cross, the southern cross. So you can't tell me that I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't have to have a freaking degree to explain to you that this is a freaking astronomical body out in space, and its atmosphere is intersecting with Earth. So y'all keep on going with the dream that everything is fine and we're just having a moment, and everything's a fairy tale. Stay in your little fairy tale world. At some point, some meteorites or asteroids are going to come freaking out of the sky and assault the Earth. Which lets me know also y'all don't keep up with your Bible. As old as it is, as it was written, you're not keeping up with what happened in the past is going to happen again. You're also not keeping up with all the ancient civilizations that spoke about every 3,600 years. A planetoid system comes into our solar system. Some people call it Nibiru, some people call it wormwood. Has come into our solar system yet again, because it's a part of our solar system, the elliptical orbit. It swings out, and this is when we get long periods of dormancy. And guess what? We're now in its path. We're in its path. So everybody that's all comfortable, because you got a bit of, we're at the part of life where we're real comfortable until all the hell breaks loose. See, people back in the past, they had comfort too, but we have it really well. Let me check my G Pro. Gotta make sure it's still on this cloud. Yep, we are tracking it really well. So I'm gonna rotate it. I wanna follow this thing all the way through as it takes shape. Like I said, my G Pro is gonna play at the end, and it's gonna show this thing in a fast forward. And I might play it multiple times for you. I'm gonna speed it up as I go in segments. I'm gonna speed it up fast enough where it's not too long, not too slow, where you'll see it change, and then speed it up some more, speed up some more. So I might do 3 takes with speed on it at the end of this video. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because my camera here is too close for y'all to catch. Again, I'm gonna look at the sun, Earth clouds. This whole cloud deal just came along. It's headed towards Africa and Europe. Now the Earth is indeed round, and this is passing over. It's gonna be like a flat platform passing over a rounded Earth. You know what I mean? And then it's gonna swing out through its orbit and rotate back around, however it works with the sun. So for all you naysayers and doubters, I mean, there's always going to be some naysayers and doubters in the world. I don't care too much for, I'll listen to you, but if you're trying to heckle me, you might as well stick your thumbs up your ass. I'm going to be straight up with it. I can come off as real nice, and I'm a very nice person. I'm spiritually aware, but I don't take people's crap. Let's keep in mind, I did used to be a Marine, so I would get up every day. Used to getting chewed up, didn't bother me personally. Used to chewing people's asses because I had people I was in charge of, and we were all taught not to take it personal, and we go have a beer together or whatever, or party when we did, or when we saw each other. We took care of each other. We chewed each other's asses, but it was all for a right reason. So with that being said, I'm used to having a communication and a dialogue, and I'm very intelligent. Just because I use colorful metaphors does not mean that I am dumb or barbaric or irrelevant. I'm trying to show you all something. I'm not trying to teach you something. It's for you to figure it out once you get through being a stiff-necked person. But you got to open your mind up. Now, the difference between me and the world, why I have surpassed the world, is because I am not stiff-necked. I keep my mind open like a book. I entertain a lot, but I do not entertain foolishness. I use a lot of logic, rationalize, I research, I observe, and I take time to shut up, not look all over the place, not be distracted by my phone, and I observe. I will observe a fixed point in the sky like this, sit here for hours, if I'm not narrating, which is like what I'm doing right now, and watch it. Thank God I have cameras. Now I can do that with my cameras, and once I take the stuff home, I can look at it. I'm looking at it right now, so there's no need for me to look at it over again unless I'm detailing something. If I catch something that my camera catches something that my eyes could not catch, then I'll augment and focus on it. What's the purpose of this? That's how I've been able to catch these UFOs that have been coming in and out of our atmosphere, whether they were UFOs or meteor. Not thinking like a human, just thinking outside the box. I said a whole lot, so I don't know if my camera caught it. I didn't look at my camera. It shut down on me. It does after 10 minutes it shuts down, but it's all right. I'll reiterate what I was saying. I'm very observant, and I'll just pretty much watch the sky, and I will shut up and I won't be distracted by my phone or anything else, or people. And as you can see, I get away from people. I get away from the world. Now the world's still flowing. See it. But I'm a distance away from the world, so I can focus. And the type of person I am, I grew up kind of lonely. I had very few friends because a lot of guys couldn't keep up with me back then. They were too foolish. Young guys, they know who they are. A couple of us had fist fights and I won. I've only been beaten one time in my life in a fight, and it's because the guy that I was beating, and I was like 9 years old. Another guy his boy came and snatched my feet from up under me while I was whooping his butt. And then they both ran away from me. So I would say I was beaten. I wasn't physically beaten down, but I was, had my feet snatched from up under me. But it's cool, I was like 9. Taught me a whole lot. So when I fight like Batman. I'll knock you out and then ding your boy's head. It's called Wing Chun. Yeah, I've had some martial arts. Definitely. But I'm not into fighting. I'm just letting you know how I can get down if I need to. It ain't gonna be no what you see in the movies, bro. It's gonna be chaotic. We put my camera on, my anomaly is moving on, so I had to re-angle it. And that's like the only thing in the sky. Let me do a spin around. Okay, so sorry for the noise on the camera. I gotta upgrade my camera. So that's my east. That's my south. We see nothing. Above my head, nothing. Back to the north, not much. And then down south, back west, I'm sorry. The sun is setting. See all the detail? Southwest, northwest, northeast, southeast. And this is the only anomaly in the sky, this big planetoid. Now my rock is on the other side, so let's look through the cloud. The rock is on the other side, like my fist, right? It's got all this smoke and plumage around it, so you're not going to actually see it, and it's still way out in space. So it's plasmatic the way it's shooting at us. There's a lot of magnetism between the Earth and the Sun and these planets. So whatever the stronger magnetism is, we're far enough away from the Sun where the Sun is not going to suck everything into it, right? But we're close enough to this object as it's passing by for Earth to pull on some of its cloudage, which has magnetic debris in it. So take in mind, when I'm doing this narration, I'm using research based on what your people with degrees have taught us and written in books. And plus I'm making my own common sense assessment with logic. Now my camera's able to catch the whole thing now because it's moving on. So there's an anomaly in here, planetoid, right there. You can still see it. All that right there. Another anomaly was further out there. Another anomaly is here and here, and they're moving on. You can see all that, and look at, like I said, look how the debris is pluming off of it. Oh, I can see a little out there. So what I'm about to do, and there's a plane right here. You see him? See if I can focus him. Let me see what he is. It's a regular 757. So what I'm about to do is use my night vision to detail all of this real quick while my GoPro still filming that anomaly and make sure it's on. Yep, still counting at 19 minutes and 33 seconds and going. And it's got my anomaly right in the lower center of it. I'm gonna switch over to my night vision because I need to incorporate that in here, and we'll get back to my 3.5. All right, so what I did was mounted my G Pro on this stick, so we're gonna catch this, and I kind of want to time lapse it as it goes away, so I widen my field, and I'm gonna grab my 35mm and kind of just do my thing on that. Like right here, another planetoid showing up. See that? In the clear, man. All right, so I want to get all of this. So we're gonna kind of round it right there. Enjoy.